On July 9, 2025, Dallas-Fort Worth Airport Police arrested a man who used a stolen credit card to purchase $419 in Bose headphones inside DFW International Airport. The entire investigation took under 10 minutes.
Hey, how's it going? You the one who called us?
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, my name is Officer Chambers with DFW Airport. You want to tell me what's going on?
Sorry.
I'm with the DFW Airport. My name is Officer Chambers. You want to tell me what's going on?
Thank you, yeah. So I got a coffee over there.
Okay.
I think I left my Bank of America credit card in the slot.
Okay.
When I sat down, I got a text come through on my phone, a $454 charge that had been charged to it. So it says,
You're saying you left it like in the card reader whenever you were paying?
yeah. Over there's a little card reader right
Okay.
and I think I must have left it in there. So I'm sitting down. 10 minutes later, I get the text come through on the phone saying a $450 charge has been charged to the phone during motion. So I came over here, and the lady managed to get her boss to find some photographs of the guy.
Okay.
And here's the actual receipt of what he bought. Some high-end Bose headphones. Apparently.
Okay, let me see this really quick. Do you know when this happened? Does it say?
Yeah, 8:27, I think the time's on there.
So, I never asked for it. I'm going to just go. I said, MCR just sent a picture to your cell phone. Can you guys see if you can find it?
Let them know on the camera.
That's what I'm saying.
And tell them time. Or that's the camera on the radio.
David through to MCR.
Okay.
So, I'm going to continue on with this since they're already looking for him, okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Also, she said that she believed he walked this way, so let MCR know possibly walk towards the 27, 28 gates.
Cool. Oh, 1 second, I'm sorry. That's David 3. So he's facing the facing the store. Let me see if I can get the name. He's at the register, and he apparently exited left towards the Silver Castle in the center. If that makes any sense.
The charge was credit card abuse under Texas Penal Code Section 3231, a state jail felony. This statute requires only one element use of a card without the cardholder's effective consent. There is no requirement that the accused know the card was reported stolen and no requirement of premeditation. The sentencing range is 180 days to 2 years in a state jail facility plus a fine of up to $10,000. Had the purchase exceeded $2,500, the charge would have elevated to a third-degree felony under the same section. When officers approached the suspect in the concourse, that contact was an investigative stop governed by Terry v. Ohio, decided by the Supreme Court in 1968. Terry permits a brief detention where officers can point to specific articulable facts, not a general suspicion that criminal activity is taking place. Officers here had 3 such facts: a surveillance photograph, a matching physical description, and a confirmed direction of travel. Probable cause for the arrest was assessed under the totality of circumstances standard established in Illinois v. Gates, 1983. 3 evidentiary inconsistencies emerged during questioning. The card presented did not match the card number on the store receipt. The suspect stated the wrong purchase price, and no receipt was produced. No single inconsistency compels an arrest. But 3 corroborated inconsistencies combined with surveillance footage and a documented bank alert satisfy Gates and authorized a warrantless felony arrest under Texas Code of Criminal Procedure Article 14.01.
Well, yeah, you got it.
Alright, so is this person? I don't have any idea. I mean, everyone's been lost. Look and see.
Yeah. We'll go on.
We've been boarded for a little while.
Well, that's all right. We got it. When are you guys both to go? How much time do you have? We got time. Okay.
Sorry, excuse me.
Okay. Get your stuff going, Flint. We'll explain what you got there. It's him. Yeah, come on, man. Get your stuff going, Flint. We'll explain what you got up there. Actually, let's go all the way out.
Do you have any bags?
They're downstairs. Okay. Go all the way out. Let me step over here in this little room. Alright, how are you?
Alright, so where'd you get those headphones at?
Bought them in the store
You bought them in the store? When'd you buy them?
today, 2 hour ago.
An hour ago?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, because we got a call from someone who said he got his credit card stolen and got a charge over at the, what was the name of the store?
The In Motion store?
The grocery store.
I stole anything.
Yeah, what'd you use to pay for that?
A credit card?
What'd you use to pay for that?
A credit card?
Can you show us the credit card?
Yeah.
While you're there, can I grab your ID as well?
I haven't stolen anything.
Can we see the credit card you used to buy it? Okay, and can you show me the charge for those on your bank account?
I don't have my bank account stuff on my phone.
It's on your phone?
I don't have it on my phone. My
Don't
bank
have it on
account
your
stuff's
phone.
on my phone.
Okay. How much did you pay for the
$416, $59.
$1,500?
No, $400 something dollars.
$400 something dollars.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You can pull out that receipt.
Hold this for me. Card again. Alright, that is not the card I'm seeing on here.
Yeah, not the card you used. Can I look through this?
Yes, sir.
Do you have your receipt from that?
No, sir.
What's your name?
Bradley,
Bradley.
you got my ID.
Yeah, I know it. Oh man, where's the credit card that you used?
I don't have it, dude.
Okay. Well, this would be the time to be honest with you because we have the camera footage and you're about to go for it. So, is that it?
Yeah, I'll pick that up.
Yep. All right, man. Put that down.
Okay, what are you gonna do?
You're under arrest.
Hey, listen, it's okay.
Okay. So you're under arrest for credit card abuse, which is a felony.
The suspect's admission that he picked up the card came before the formal arrest declaration. This sequence is legally significant. Miranda protections under the Fifth Amendment attach only upon custodial interrogation. The Supreme Court in Oregon versus Mathiason 1977 held that a person is not in custody for Miranda purposes, simply because questioning involves incriminating information or occurs in a law enforcement environment. The arrest followed the admission, it did not precede it. Under Mathiason, that admission is admissible. However, any questioning conducted after the arrest, without a Miranda advisement on record, would be suppressible under Miranda versus Arizona 1966. Officer Chambers receives an A-. The investigation was evidence first surveillance photographs receipt, cross-referencing, and card number verification, all completed before any confrontation occurred. The decision to let the suspect commit to a falsifiable narrative before presenting contradicting evidence is textbook investigative practice and legally sound. The deduction Miranda advisement was not documented on camera following the arrest. That gap does not affect the primary evidence, which is entirely independent of any statement, but it is a procedural standard that must appear on record to protect case integrity at trial. The suspect receives a D. This is not a constitutional gray area. Using another person's credit card requires deliberate sequential choices, picking up the card, approaching a register, presenting it for payment, and collecting the merchandise. Every step was documented on store surveillance. The account offered during questioning collapsed immediately, the stated price was wrong, no receipt existed, and the card number did not match. Cooperation after arrest is the only factor preventing a lower grade. The lesson from this footage operates on two levels. For the public airport and transit environments produce what criminologists call situational opportunity brief windows, where property is unattended. Most crimes in these settings are not planned. They are decisions made in seconds with consequences measured in years. For law enforcement, this footage demonstrates why investigative sequence determines admissibility. Establishing probable cause through physical evidence before any confrontation protects the case from suppression at every stage.
Okay.
All right. Were you flying with anybody else? Just you?
Oh, sorry, just
Okay.
me. Now let somebody know.
Once you get to the jail, you'll be able to. So just walk that way. David 3, we have one in custody for credit card abuse. Start walking that way.
You're gonna get my phone.
Yeah, I'm good. I just don't want you to kick me. I know, but, you know, people lie.
Excuse me, can I have his boarding pass that I can take him off from you?
I'll come back for you, okay?
Can't say that anymore.
What do you say?
So he's never gonna travel before.
Oh,
No, one time ever.
I thought you said something else.
No.
Where were you flying to, man?
Colorado Springs.
Yeah. Let's go out to the curb. And then we're going to get this back to the owner. So he said his flight's not until 11, right?
I didn't hear. What time is he flying? Oh, the other
No,
guy's
the other guy's flight. Yeah, I think he said 11.
Yeah. I have his number. I give him a call.
Yeah, we'll give him a call once we get him. As far as your bags go, man, I don't know. It'll go to your wherever you paid for them to go. So they're not going to take it off the plane. As far as I know, they might, but I doubt it. Okay. Let's do that second one. You're good. You're good. All right, does this charger go to it?
Maybe, yeah. The cord maybe, but not the other one.
The block is yours?
Yeah.
Okay. Hop in.
Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic that you would like us to discuss in the comments below. Thank you for watching.